people on social media, especially Instagram, and for viewers watching this, getting to know each of you for the first time, care to share your screen names on Instagram?
I'm Club Godzilla, and I am a Christian rapper.
I'm Talameshia. Sound like me Tarzan.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I mean, I'm Club Godzilla. People who follow me, they pretty much know what I'm about, and this is Talameshia, the future of a genre I haven't even named yet.
Right.
But yeah, she's a singer, that's all I'm gonna say.
Now, are you able to shed some light on the relationship between you two, the music between you two? Because, as I mentioned at the top of this interview, that if people follow both of you on social media, specifically Instagram, they've seen the Never Fall Off photo shoots, and they see BeatKing playing manager and security, but then they see Valentine's Day lovey-dovey stuff going on. So just curious if you could just shed some light on the history of this relationship and how this came to be. And
Of course, you want me to get the hot seat?
Hey, man, go and do what you gotta do, man. Y'all want to hear from me.
Yes, they do. When I was in a girl group, that's the first time I met BeatKing. But we didn't really make it known that we liked each other. It was just more so on him being supportive and just kind of letting us know how we were a Houston myth and that we were there, but nobody really saw us. And that was in 2017.
I was a whole different guy back then.
Yeah, so I knew that, and I was like, yeah, no, you're not going to get me. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was a whole different savage in 2017, man. Like, it
Yeah.
was a whole different energy with me, man. But we was both, peeping each other, but it wasn't time yet, I was doing what I was doing, she was doing what she was doing. We both were pursuing music separately, but we would see each other in passing, and, later on, she ended up, the group, departed, and she was solo. And I was in a better space, maturely, you know what I'm saying? And we just decided to try it out. But, ironically, we both do music too, so with that, when we first linked up, we had to make sure we were good, so we did our thing privately for a while, because a lot of things, when you're a public figure, I've been me for the last 12, 13 years, so a lot of things I have to learn about moving publicly with a relationship. It's a lot of things, I was outside, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things we have to learn how to address, you know what I'm saying? And, when you also mix music in that, it can become complicated if the core isn't strong and we don't both have a good understanding, foundation of what we're building, So we was low-key for a while, we just finally decided to pop out, Christmas last year. And when that happened, a lot of people was like, whoa, BeatKing, what's going on? I'm like, man, I'm 37 now. What you want me to do, man? Like, you want me to put cucumbers in females' mouth forever? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But me being, who I am and what I've been through, what I've seen around this country, dealing with so many different types of women, I know a good woman because I've dealt with the hoes. I've dealt with the fucking bitches. I've dealt with the hoes. And when me and her just started locking in, I was like, man, that's a real good person. You know what I'm saying? So, it's funny. I read comments every day. It's people in the comments like, hey, man, she using you for a stepping stone. You trying to put her on. I'm like, man, nah, man. Because if you know what the fuck I'm about, I wouldn't be trying to put no bitch on who was a fucking opportunist. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Plus, I ain't had no history of that. That's just, that ain't me.
I check your whole facts.
Yeah.
She ain't in no DMs. How about this? Bun B called me and said, BeatKing, I'm proud of how you looking these days. He's saying your girl, she a real one. She a trill one. She never compromised herself for anybody. Ain't none of these Houston rappers got no stories about her. None of these rappers got no stories about her. You make sure you hold that down. Now, when Bun told me that, I was like, all right, Big OG, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, what he said.
Now, BeatKing on social media, again, through your Instagram, you do show the father side of you, your children, your kids, um, and people have seen the single side of you. Um, never, I don't think you've ever posted you in a relationship, but people have seen you with plenty of women. Um, and it's more so on the entertainment side of things with the cucumbers and stuff like that, but scantily clad women.
Hey man, like I say, man, I've been outside, Smalls. You know, me and you, we've been friends for a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? I've been outside, and my thing is with her, she helped me. I'm not gonna say help. Like I said, I turned 38 this year. You know what I'm saying? And she's shown me that, like, there are some good women. Like, yeah, I understand certain cities like Houston, Atlanta, New York, LA, Miami, these bitches ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of us entertainers, we are how we are. That's why we handle the women the way we handle them. Most of the time when you see a guy, he's real disrespectful to women, that's because he's met a certain type of woman every weekend for his whole life. You know what I'm saying? Even when he ends up meeting a real female, he still disrespects her and treats her bad because he doesn't understand how to talk to a real woman. You know what I'm saying? And with her, it's just like she's so, like I said, if she was fake and was playing me, she's the best actor I've ever met in my life. But I'm too trill. I know an actor when I meet one. I'm from Houston. Like I know a fake bitch. And it's nothing in her background. It's nothing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Just it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when I come across something like that, it makes me look into myself like, okay, don't let that go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she also does music. Invest in her. You know what I'm saying? Bring her up as well. She has potential to be bigger than me, and I can sit on my fat ass and just not do shit. And be spoiled, you know what I'm saying? You know, so it's just like I know a good person, I know a good woman, you know what I'm saying? And I like fell in love with this woman. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
You know, but I'm still savage, but she tames it.
Is this your first? Go ahead.
No, I was saying the lyrics are still savage. Don't
I
get
was
it
about to say,
fucked
you gotta
up.
be clear when you say
That's why,
still
yeah,
savage.
the lyrics, you knock on my music, not gonna start being weak. Don't get it fucked up. I'm still on the radio all day talking that shit. But it is what it is. It's entertainment. You know, you're not gonna see me outside the way you used to see me. You know what I'm saying? So.
Is this the first public relationship you've been on social media with?
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't realize it was so much work. It is work. You can love somebody privately and y'all could be good, but when you bring the public into it, other people's opinions and, you know what I'm saying, it becomes work, not the love part of it, protecting it. That's the work part, protecting it. Because I've been outside so long, she's always getting on me about things that I do that I didn't even realize I did. And she's like, look, when you do certain things, it reflects on both of us now. You know, so you just can't write a crazy caption one day because you think it's funny. You kind of have to think it through, because if I'm standing next to you in that picture, that caption can make me look away. And I'm like, well, damn, I ain't think of it like that. So, you know, I'm still learning, and that's the work part. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Me and her are good. You know, but like I said, I'm still, I was Club Godzilla for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm learning, you know, but hell, she learning shit too, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to move around with a motherfucker like me. Like, shit, you know, straight up, you know.
Okay, let's unpack this just with a little bit more detail here. How did you two meet for the very first time? Do either of you remember that? The initial meeting.
I think this is when you tried to take the group on their first
Yeah,
tour run.
yeah,
He tried to show Blush a few clubs, you know, because we don't get out.
Cause I
And
heard,
we were trusted with him versus a stranger because it's like, well, he ain't gonna mess up his career, hopefully, over 3, you know. So we felt,
you know, Mathew Knowles,
yeah.
the legendary Mathew Knowles, he had a singing group. And I was like, she bad. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you know what? I want to hang with them all. Let's just see how they thugging. Let's just see how cool
Even
they
though I
is.
wasn't gonna go by myself.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we all went out. You know what I'm saying? I took them to a club at the time that was called Mercy. Took them there. Then we went to Onyx, the strip club. No, just letting them really see the 2017 lifestyle of Club God. Like I was outside.
Mind you, he remembers exactly how I looked, how I came out.
had this
is how he
tall-
got me with that line.
She had this tall Abraham Lincoln hat. It was crazy. And everybody was just complimenting on it. And it was crazy. It was 2017. And we was all in Onyx. And you know how, you know, shout out to Onyx, they family. You know, we ordered the BeatKing special. If you come to Houston in Onyx, that's 20 wings with the large Coca-Cola. We got the BeatKing special at Club Onyx. And we were just all sitting there chilling, man. We just had fat asses all around us. And I was just like, hey, man, people know y'all, but they never see y'all. Like, why you don't come outside of that? Mathew don't let us. What? Mathew won't even let us have individual Instagrams. What? Yeah, we really ain't supposed to be in here. Hope Mathew don't see us. I was like, man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But, and that's no shade to Mathew. He ran it how he ran it. You know, he like, I ran it like this with Beyonce, you know, hey. You know what I'm saying? So this how, you know, but in the different, you know, in the era we in now, you know, one member could blow the whole group up if her Instagram was popping. You know what I'm saying? People pick their favorites. They pick who they like. You know, and it always puzzled me how they couldn't have individual Instagrams. But that's getting off topic. We met for the first time in 2017 at a strip club at Onyx, 2017.
So just for context, did you have a relationship with Mathew?
No. I probably spoke to him once in life, back in 2010 when I was a new artist. But I would see him in passing and everything, you know, but no relationship though.
So in this instance where you take the group Blush out to the strip club and things of that nature, this wasn't under Mathew's approval. This was something you just personally reach out and just offer your hand and extend that?
Yeah, it wasn't like I was trying to work with him or give him beats or nothing like that.
We were also in need of that, let's be clear. Like, we were definitely, of course, with the tagging, supporting anything that we heard in the clubs, which was always BeatKing. Or wherever we were, you would hear a BeatKing song. So we was like, dang, we knew it because we were technically a hip-hop group, but I'm the only singer and 2 rappers. So we knew that we needed that grit because Mathew automatically gives that R&B, that singer stamp.
Like their music,
So
you can go back and on YouTube right now, type in Blush
don't
music.
do that. Let's not run them numbers up.
All I'm saying is their music was good.
You can vocally hear who I am.
To me, it just wasn't ghetto enough. It wasn't.
It wasn't for what was selling. What he was trying to sell, hip hop group. It
Yeah.
wasn't a sounding hip hop group, and so we knew that okay, if that's not what we're doing with Mathew, and Mathew not about to go in these clubs with us. He's an older man, of course, and he's old school with his formula, you know. So when BeatKing was like, you know, I'll take y'all to a few, you know, DJs, let y'all meet some of these DJs, you know what I mean, just so they know who y'all are because y'all are a myth. Nobody knows y'all exist. At least y'all will be ushered in through me. Kind of just a helping person because he is that way. He's always trying to help someone, another artist or anything. So at that time when he did that, I'm like, okay, well, let's do that. Mind you, I'm not communicating directly to him. These are the other 2 girls, the rappers, you know what I mean, that's thinking to communicate through him because, you know, it's rappers. Me, I'm a singer. I'm staying out of it. I'm like, I don't know what to do with any of this. So my first time meeting him was finding out that I'm about to ride out with BeatKing to go to these different clubs. So that's why that whole me walking out the door with the hat and the trench coat and, you know, seeing him and then he's like, oh.
I was like, what are you?
He's
It's not bad what you're wearing. It's just you're very different. You know you're going to a strip club with an Abraham Lincoln hat, right? And it worked. The girls were like, "Oh, she's pretty. Look at this hat." They trying to twerk on her hat and shit.
No.
And I'm just like, she's a star. She's standing out. You know, just little shit like that. You know, like I said, she always stood out to me even back then. You know, so when the group dismembered, I was like, Birdman hand rub, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I swooped in, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we ended up locking in too, you know what I'm saying? So it all happened together at the same time, you know, so yeah.
Just for some additional context, how do you actually reach out? Because they had the group Instagram. How did you reach out to these two rappers? Was it the group Instagram?
It was through the group. Everyone saw it.
Okay.
It was all, even if you was trying to holler, do anything janky, you couldn't because it was through one Instagram. So that's exactly.
We all had mutual friends, you know what I'm saying? Like they were cool with the same DJ we was cool with. So, you know, words were sent. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we locked in.
Wordplay and off, you know, asking for favors, and that was really big for them to do.
Who was running that Instagram page?
Most of the time it was me, but as far as DMs, I wasn't in the DMs too much. I sucked at social media. But as far as capturing things, that was mostly me. But we were all three in it. And then I think Mathew had like maybe someone, assistant, also log in as well. But that was pretty much all of us. Too many people.
In 2017, was this the Disgusting Justin phase or?
Right before it.
Okay.
Right before it.
Which is why I'm glad I didn't.
Disgusting
Justin.
Justin.
It wouldn't have happened if I was with you.
Disgusting Justin came in 2018, green hair and all.
So when did, again, we're establishing this timeline, when did Blush break up?
Blush broke up in 2019. 2019 is when the group was done. And then 2020, tried the duo thing just for a little bit. Not even really duo. We actually decided to go solo. It's just the other girl had already left Houston completely. So that's kind of what happened within that time frame. But yeah, 2019 to be exact, actually.
And who was the other member of the duo scenario you're describing here?
There was so all three, it was a group full of the four members that was played parts. It was Vicky, which is probably not her name no more. There was Bunny, Sunny, Tally. And Sunny was the last one that was in Houston, Texas. And then we all just kind of decided that we were just going to really pursue being solo because the group was a lot of hassle.
But you mentioned a duo scenario here. Who was part of the duo?
Sunny.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
And why didn't that work out?
It was a rapper and a singer. And at this time, you know, City Girls, there are two rappers. And honestly, a singer and a rapper I can kind of say I've never really just seen the most successful singer-rapper duo. And so in that time, it's just kind of, that spark of being grouped to anybody really left when Blush was done. It was more so like, we're going to go individual, be solo. But hey, you still my homie, so we're going to create from time to time for fun. But then we realized, okay, it's no more fun and games. We have to take control of our individual lives and really pursue our careers fully because we had spent so much time being little girls in a girl group. So we was able to actually pursue what we want to do individually. Because there's things she's wanted to do, and I know that I wanted to be a singer, and I wanted to focus on that. So then in that time, making that decision, everything kind of turned in my life. And what seemed scary for me to make these decisions to put me first and to pursue me solo, this is also the time BeatKing swarms in, like swoops into my life, and we find out that we're actually, all of 12 minutes away from each other.
I did not know she stayed around the corner from me.
He's like, oh, you really north side? I'm like, yes. Yeah. I'm really on the north side.
I thought she stayed on the south side, you know what I'm saying?
I was actually staying with my stepdad's wife, with her at the time, because when we left from the group, Mathew did have us put in a home. We was in an apartment, like an office house type of situation. And then so when we left the group, of course, you got to leave all that. And so I went to my family, one of my family members. And so that was around the corner from him.
Did Mathew, was he aware of the strip club trip? The trip to the strip club?
Yeah, he found out after. He found out after, and then all he said was just try to not be in places for longer than 15 minutes. Which luckily he's quit. He's not in there long. He's like, look, we're going to hop here.
I don't smoke or drink, so I'm in and out.
He don't smoke or drink. And then he got us with him, so he probably wasn't even able to be fully just disgusting Justin.
Well, we're gonna act myself around y'all.
You know, you want to show me that side that I already see on social media?
Oh.
Oh, God.
Matthew, Matthew never pursued BeatKing's beats or music or anything of that nature for the group.
Not to my knowledge, he didn't.
Not
Matthew
this-
was very in-home. He
Yeah.
loved people that was gonna work in-home at House of Devion, Music World Entertainment, and also older people who probably have worked with the beginning Destiny's Child, like beginning, maybe Girls' Time. But he really wasn't open to networking and collabing with people of our age group or generation that was trending and popping. So we just kept all our ideas to ourselves.
No one ever spoke out loud and said, "Hey, we need one of these BeatKing beats. We need."
Definitely. We've definitely said that. We've named a few people, honestly, and he actually said no. He was like, no. Y'all, no. And I get it because to someone, that first presentation of a BeatKing beat, you also put together his lyrics, maybe, what you hear, and then his visual. And then it comes off as if that's what you feel like we're going to have to do to make it pop. And that's not what it is. We can put our twang to his music, but it wasn't thought out that way. And honestly, a lot of our ideas just wasn't on the table, period, at that time.
So when BeatKing comes in for the swoop, when did that take place in the timeline? Was that before the duo, during the duo, after the duo?
That was after no, actually, it was after. It was after the duo was done, actually. I had already made the decision. We had already had a conversation and decided to go part our ways. She had started doing a business, and I started, just kind of figuring out what I'm going to do. And that's what made me end up being kind of stable at home on the north side. And so when I was able to actually see for the little service I was able to get, because where I was, my signal sucked. So I would go to this area, and then I was like, okay, he got a new song out with Ludacris, and I like this song. And so I'm just jamming to it, and I just did I think I did a...
Like a little boomerang to it
like
or
a little
something.
boomerang. Oh, because you said you was talking about Bone Thugs.
Yeah, we was flirting in the DM.
Yeah.
We was flirting
In
the DM.
2020. Ending of May, actually.
That was
beginning of
2021.
April.
2021.
2021.
Yeah, that was 2021.
Oh, I forgot what year we're in.
Yeah, 2020, that was when we was locked down.
Yeah,
but
definitely
this
no
was,
2020.
Yeah, this is 2021. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I remember I was every weekend I'm somewhere around the country doing shows, but that week I was gone for a whole week. I just texted her the whole week. And I don't text nobody if I ain't in the same city with you. I'm just ain't shit nigga. But I was texting her all week, and I was just like, nah, man, I like her, man. It's different. You know what I'm saying? And we, when I got back in town, we linked up, and we
I
were
trusted
just,
him.
we linked
To
up.
pick me
Like
up.
we were so trustworthy with each other that we didn't even need we didn't need the date thing. You know what I'm saying?
I had on sweats.
We had some sweat, and she just came to my house and watched the movies. And
I was
I had no intentions. I wasn't trying to fuck. I wasn't trying to do none of that. I was just like, nah, man, I could tell this girl is different.
We was too busy going back and forth about what scary movie was not seen.
Yeah.
by either of us. That's
And
what we was.
I'm sitting there like, yeah, I'm finna put this scary movie on. This is gonna scare her for real, for real. She's like, I seen that. I'm like, what? No one has seen Hereditary. What are you talking about? So you really know your scary movies. Okay, well, let me double back and hit you with this movie. I know I seen that too. What? You know what I'm saying? So we would just be chilling at my house so much. And then it turned to 3 days. And then it turned to a week. I'm just like, hey, man, you stay here now, man. Go get your shit and just bring it over here.
That's exactly how that went.
So for context, BeatKing, you shoot your shot at her first via DM?
Okay, yes. We got to be clear because I sent the story in support of the song saying, oh my gosh, if I keep losing weight, I'm going to be a bone thug.
That was the bait.
I guess I didn't know. Okay, so I didn't know that that's how it works in this rapper world. That if a girl does that, that's shooting a shot.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't. I was like, oh, I actually get to turn up. I'm on my own solo page. I like this song, which we were going to try to redo at the time. That was the other thing.
This what happened, right?
I mean, of course I liked you.
My song with Ludacris came out. I got a line in there about Bone Thugs.
I was getting small.
And she's like, I like this line in her boomerang. So then I say, hey, man, appreciate you, man, because this line is from a song I did in 2014. It's just no one ever really heard that song. And she was like, yeah, you had to bring that line back. That line didn't get its full nut, huh?
I'm sorry. That's how I talk.
Like,
I'm like, yeah, I didn't get his full nut.
That's my kind of humor. I think she's flirting with me. So I took the bait, and here we are today.
Not the bait. Oh, okay. You don't want to backdoor it. How you came. Big.
Hold on, what I do? What I do next?
You was like, you told that you spilled the beans. So I'm glad you're on IG, but I always want to tell you.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I had to counter. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this. Guys can act hard, but all guys like some woman somewhere. But when we're chasing hoes, we got tunnel vision. We chasing these hoes. But when a girl likes us, we're blind as fuck. I don't understand how that works. A girl can be like, hey, because women also want you to read their mind. They're not going to say, hey, I'm available tonight. Come pick me up. Let's go out. She's not going to say that. She's going to tag you in her story. Whew, ain't got nothing to do tonight. And you have to take that hint and be like, hey, you want me to take you out later? You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, after she kind of initiate, my thing is she's a really nice person. So I didn't want to be like, take it the wrong way. Sometimes you can take it the wrong way. Yeah, as men, we'll see a woman maybe throw a little flirt line out there, but maybe she's just really nice. And that's just how she talks to people. And you don't want to take that L and be like, hey, what's up, man? What, you trying to fuck? No. Oh. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful how you approach, you know, so I was subtle with it. But, you know, from there we just, you know, we moved from DM to the phone, you know what I'm saying? And
because I also let you know I wasn't on that type of time. I was like, yeah, I'm not there.
Like I say, when she came to my house, we ain't do the whole date thing. We ain't go out. I ain't have to pull her seat out. I ain't have to do all that. She came to the house, and it's because I texted her all week while I was on tour.
We talked every day.
Texted her all week, and we got through that date shit on the phone through texting. So it wasn't nothing left but to make sure that we had the same energy in person. So when we met in person, we both was goofy as fuck. We like scary movies. I never met a person I could sit down and watch Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson videos with all day, because I love Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so I can sit there and watch the History tour with her on YouTube, or I can watch the Bad tour, or I can watch the Velvet Rope tour with OJ. I can watch this stuff. And
or
we can
slide across the floor.
Yeah, we can look at stage sets that Janet had up and be like, man, that'd be hard if we did. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we had a lot in common. That's just how that happened. You know what I'm saying?
And the boomerang, the DMs, this was all on the Instagram social media platform.
Yeah.
My own Instagram.
And what is your personal Instagram?
Talameshia. That's Talameshia.
And
BeatKing, what's yours for viewers watching this, getting to know you for the first time?
Club Godzilla. ClubGodzilla. Hold up. I was just going to say that. It's like a song. Hold up, bitch.
Now, winding down the questions here, what attracted you to her, BeatKing?
What attracted me to her? Damn, it's going to sound so cliche. Lil Durk just said it. But I'm going to clarify it, because women took it the wrong way when he said it, and they don't understand how important it is for men like us in the industry. We are around hoes every weekend of our life. Females who are trying to trap us. Females who are liars, who are trying to steal from you. There's some fucked up bitches out here. I've seen bitches drop pills in people drinks while they at the club, while they turning up with their pots. I've seen females. I've seen strippers set rappers up to get robbed, all type of shit. I've seen bitches fuck rappers, go to the other room, fuck his partners. I've seen all this shit. So when you find a woman who hasn't done any of that, off top, that's attractive as fuck. Off top, that's attractive as fuck. So when I saw the women going off on Dirk talking about how he mad, she ain't got no bodies, he got all these bodies, man, fuck all that. Because you don't understand that he just gave his woman the ultimate compliment. And that was the first thing I noticed about her. There are no stories. None of that. So when you a guy like me, you meet a woman like that, you know you can let your guard down and you can let her know the real you as well. Because you can't let your guard down for these hoes. You know what I'm saying? When you meet a real woman that has had, you know, restraint and nice, like y'all, like we can pray, all type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, off top, you feel comfortable and you feel like you with a real person, you know what I'm saying? Aside from her looks and that ass, duh, you know what I'm saying? She looked good as fuck, duh.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? But my thing was like being an artist, 12, 13 years, I seen it all. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a really big deal. And I don't think females realize that. And it's unfortunate. It's a double standard. You know what I'm saying? They like, when we just living our life too. We horny too. You know, we may want to fuck some dudes in our 20s. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But you have to realize when you do those things, that's not my responsibility to deal with what you decided to do in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you were having fun, but it is what it is. It's a double standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys have dicks, women have vaginas. The dick penetrates the vagina. It goes in, it walks out.
Sex education.
It does whatever the fuck it wants to do. So sex with a woman is not the same thing as sex to a guy. You know what I'm saying? A guy can just fuck, and go on about his life. If a female is doing that, she has to like you to have sex with you. So if a female just keeps liking every dude, she's fucking. You know what I'm saying? To a guy, no matter how good she look, he just like, man, I can't trust that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I can't trust her. And then on the flip side of that, some females, they slither out of their wholeness with success. You know what I'm saying? So some females, they may have had a past, but they become so successful, I can overlook it. I'm not that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is. No disrespect. No, it is, you know, to each his own. But I'm from Houston. I've just seen a different kind of woman. You know what I'm saying? In H-Town, like, females are heartless in Houston. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's just Houston females are different. That's why rappers are always coming to Houston. They love our culture. They love TV Johnny's diamonds. And they love our food. And they love our bitches. We have some of the most beautiful women in the world in Houston, Texas. Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? That's where she's from. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And when I found me a beautiful woman that didn't have no whole facts, got me fucked up. I had to get my life together.
And just for clarification, this was a relationship that was personal first, music second?
Mm-hmm. It was. He definitely asked what all I was doing musically because you couldn't have encountered me and do music as well and knowing how much I was going and how strict and how hard I worked for my music. He knew, like, I know you ain't just sitting on your ass nowhere not trying to be a singer.
It was no way we were going to be in a relationship and I'm just living my rapper life and schedule and not acknowledging her musically. It was no way that was going to happen. Hell, I brought it up first.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she was like, all right, you fucking with me now, so when I'm going to get some beats. It
I
wasn't
was trying to
nothing
do it
like
alone.
that. Wasn't nothing like that. We'd just be sitting there chilling. I'd be like, man, come with me downstairs, man. Let's work on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, because it's...
The creative chemistry is there.
I look at it like, man, I'm getting this money, but if she getting this money too, like... You know what I'm saying? So that was inevitable.
Because sometimes when it comes to recording artists that are in a romantic relationship, for lack of a better phrase, sometimes it starts out as music first, then gets personal and romantic, and then it's the opposite, like this scenario where it's personal first and then music second.
I think when it's in different scenarios. Some people are both high in status sometimes, or one person is a producer and the other person is the artist, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe y'all both are high in status, but one person is cold, they not hot anymore, and the other person is hot, and they may pull them up. Out of all those scenarios, 9 times out of 10, they always fuck up and go bad. Most of the time, it's fucked up and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's why I see a lot of comments all the time, and I try to not take them to the head, just more be like, people just know what they see on Shade Room. They know what they see on Love and Hip Hop. They know what they are used to. You know what I'm saying? And people who've been used to seeing me a certain way, they're like, hey, man, you got a girl now, man? What, man? You know? And I'm like, all I got to do, it's nothing I can do is just let time pass and show y'all through time that this is not that.
Yeah.
This not that, because
especially now since he actually played a part in revamping my image a little bit. Because before him, I was definitely on my goth, hippie, rock star / baggy images. I was never a sexy first type of image girl. Like, I wasn't the one that was wearing the bodysuits and showing my ass or thighs or my body at all. And being with him, he kind of brought that out of me to show more. He's like, you're naturally pretty. Don't wear so much makeup. Like, you don't even need to wear none at all. Show your real hair, you know. You don't need to, show your body. Your body is perfect, naturally. So that alone, by the time we introduced ourselves, he done already been taking these pictures of me and telling me that, that looks good. Like, he knows, you know what I mean? And that's just cool to have that support. I always hear that a lot of girls say that they man take the best picture of them. And I can honestly say that. He actually does. But, look, it's every time. So, I guess with them people seeing that, it does be like, okay, so this is how she look. And now y'all just introduced that y'all together, so that's all I got to go off of because my old image isn't there. Now, of course, if I was a little more rough and tomboyish and stuff, they wouldn't automatically assume that I was using or being an opportunist in any way. But, hey.
I think for a lot of people, like my fans, they look at all my posts every day, or they watch all my stories. They're really in tune with what I have going on. But if you're not that in tune, to the outside looking in, it looks like we got together in December and she had a song dropping in January. Yeah. That's how it looks. And I take that into, heed. Because a lot of people, it's like, man, what the hell, y'all just got together, now you turning her up. She got a never fall off jacket. You signing her and all that. And I'm like,
I've always been there if you do your
always
research.
Been
There's
there,
a Miami picture.
I'm
in the back.
We didn't want to come out because we working on us. I'm working on me.
And you had to clean house.
I had to clean house. You know how hard it was for that? It wasn't hard to let bitches go. It was hard to get rid of bitches. Yeah. It's hard to cut the access. I've been outside for a minute. So it's hard to...
Shoot.
You know what I'm saying? So it took months. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we weren't going to pop out. And our foundation wasn't strong yet, so, it is what it is.
Speaking of signing, is there actual recording contract between you two, or is it just the varsity jackets? That's as far as it's gotten?
It's contracts.
Definitely business too. Cross them T's, dot them I's. And also because I want him to feel secure with that as well. I didn't ask for him to do any of this for me in my career and my talent. But I also, because I have to be trusting and understanding of who he was, and, you know, because people still try and message. Bitches still try. Niggas still try. And it's not a lot, let me be clear. Actually, the love we get, the love is topping any hate that we're getting in backlash, which it doesn't matter. We was gonna stick this through. But I also was very big on, okay, if we're gonna do this, let's make sure that you feel secure with taking this on, because I know what you're getting. I know what, when you by yourself with your homies and I'm not there, I don't know what niggas say nowadays to, you know, they homie and guy talk. And I don't want nobody to think that, and I don't want you to ever feel like, well, shit, let me just in case I ever, you know, feel any doubt, which I hope he doesn't, but I'm really big on that. Whatever makes you feel secure in knowing how we can make sure that I'm not on that type of time ever and would never be. Because I was definitely here with him because I actually do like and love this man. Like, I got to say like and love because you can love somebody. This is the most affectionate he.
Man, whatever.
This is so cute. Because last night, baby.
I'm from the north side,
let me
man.
tell you.
We don't do all that lovey-dovey shit.
So, definitely, he's very helping. He loves to help anybody, and he's very funny. He's very giving. He's not like these, let me not say these. He's just not what you would fear, because I always said I would never date anybody in the music industry. Anyone. Producer, engineer, videographer.
And then you got with the most ratchet nigga out here.
You know, everybody like, whoa, Tally. Because they know me, and they know that I've made sure I dodged any approaches of that kind. I think before him, I wasn't going to date a man ever again because I was with a woman. And I was like, yeah, this is, I was done with women after my last relationship. So then I was like, I ain't going to date nobody.
It was the Bun B call for me. Shout out to the OG, man.
Oh, my God. And posting me and seeing.
Yeah.
That too. That was a lot.
Let me know I was on the right path in life.
It did for me, too. I didn't expect that. Shout out to Bun.
Straight up.
So who brings up the contract?
Well, I bring it up because it's certain things that I want her to know that I'm obligated to fulfill for her. You know what I'm saying? I want her to know that just because we laying in bed planning stuff out, that it will happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, contracts are definitely needed so you can, you know, have structure and know what things are planned to happen. You know what I'm saying? Know where you're getting paid from and percentages and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So contracts are definitely needed. You know what I'm saying? Because if other than that, you're just playing with a hobby.
That's true. Practice the business from the start.
And final question here. Who said, speaking of love, who said I love you first?
Of course. Me.
I don't know how to say that shit. I know how to feel it. I'm a guy. Like, I'm a guy. But I know it's from a real place, so I can say it. I can let my guard down with someone who I know that's real with. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't expect them to say it back. I was like, you don't have to say it back. I'm saying it just so you know that it's... And it was fairly soon. I will not lie. This moved pretty quick. That's when we knew it was solid, because we still haven't went a day without talking to each other.
I knew it was very real my birthday last year. You know what I'm saying? I've never had a woman do anything like that for me for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right, the least I can do is try everything in my power to turn your career up. That's the least I can do.
Which turns him up still.
Because I get paid off you.
Long as I'm on the stage, let's go. Ike and Tina.
And how long has this relationship between you officially been? Boyfriend and girlfriend?
We kind of go back and forth on that because it's kind of rocky with the exact pinpointed day. But we can just say the summer last year.
Summer of 2021.
May, really.
The end of May.
Yeah.
Like May 28th, 24th-ish. I'm going back to the picture of me in the blue.
At Onyx.
At Onyx.
Because
we have our first.
I remember, I'm texting her in the beginning of May because I'm on tour, and I'm like...
Well, no, you didn't call me girlfriend yet. But this is, I would say, like, yeah.
Because I was trying to get you to come to Miami with me. You was like, I don't know you like that.
Yeah.
I was like, you're right. I'm moving too fast. Skirt.
I was like, that's what they asked.
That's what they asked all the hoes.
Yeah,
come to Miami with me. You know what I'm saying? We have a good time.
There?
Miami shit.
I was like, I don't know you.
Yeah, man.
But then we were talking a lot and hung out, and it was like, okay. He's like, yeah, you're just gonna come with me, pack your bags, and I was like, okay. It was a road trip too. I'm a sucker for a good road trip. I like traveling.
She ended up driving too.
I was like, is that why I'm coming?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really dope. Great trip.
And for time reference, it's March 2022 now.
Mm-hmm.